Hey everybody, this is the Kick-Ass Readers Podcast coming to you from the Realm Makers Authors Conference, Writers Conference here in St. Louis, Missouri. I have got Stephen and Lacey from Lorehaven with me. So, Stephen and Lacey, how y'all doing?
Pretty great. It's been an amazing event so far.
Great. Tell us a little bit about Lorehaven.
Lorehaven is a magazine to get new fans connected with amazing Christian-made fantastical novels. So science fiction, fantasy, supernatural, horror, paranormal, and beyond. We feature reviews, flash reviews, so you can see instantly the books that we liked. The reviews are fair and positive. We're not going to do snarky reviews. We want you to find the great books, the books that you are going to remember for a lifetime. We also include multiple different articles for Christian readers, book clubs, churches, private schools, libraries, anyone who wants to discover how you look at speculative genres, fantasy, sci-fi, and such from a biblical perspective. Our tagline is finding truth in fantastic stories. We want to do this for the glory of God, who gave us imaginations and lets us explore them in worship to Him.
That sounds awesome, and I like everything y'all just said. So what, as for an authors, we've got authors and readers on our
Yes.
in our audience. So what is specifically for authors? What do you want?
For authors, we want to sell your books. We don't want you
Excellent.
to...
Everybody wants that.
We're not above that. God gave us these stories, not directly, of course, but He gave us the imagination to make these stories. And if you've got a good story, you need to have people reading that story, sharing in that gift that Christ has given you. So what we do is we review the books on a volunteer basis, 12 reviews, flash reviews, per each issue. It is a print magazine, but a digital download that you can get by subscribing for free. Should have led with that. It is a free publication, although we have print copies here today. The volunteer reviews cost the authors nothing, but of course, they're in very high demand. So we also have sponsored reviews, which are the same as the volunteer reviews, although they can be a little bit longer. That basically is an ad, but we go through the same process, the same team of reviewers, and we will review that as positively, fairly as possible. We also have advertising, of course, in the magazine. That's how we support our staff, our hardworking team. And that's how we're going to get those stories to the audience of new fans.
Awesome. How many are on y'all's team?
Let's see. I haven't counted them for a while. It's actually...
Do we count the minions or no?
Well, I'm trying to think. Our reviewer is a friend of mine named Elijah David, an author himself. He's very skilled in copy editing and making sure everything looks great on the page. Everything sounds like it makes sense. Our review chief is named Austin. He loves stories. He manages a team of equally dedicated volunteers. We have a great page designer and lots of great writers, especially. I'm proud of our last issue features author Nadine Brandis, whose book Fox just came out last week from Thomas Nelson.
She's here at the...
Yes, she is. Oddly enough, I have not actually met her yet, so I wanted to thank her for an excellent cover photo. And then our debut issue, which released in spring 2018, features Jim Rubart, the author of The Man He Never Was.
Awesome. Come on over here, man.
Oh, look who's here. The aforementioned Austin Gunderson, review chieftain. We're in the middle of filming a video for the Kick-Ass Readers Podcast.
Yeah.
Say hello, Austin.
Hello.
Cool.
I'm on the right shoulder here.
So, Austin, is there anything extra you want to say about the reviews, particularly that we offer as a service to our author friends? For the author
Sponsored reviews are great because with Lorehaven you're going to be sure that you're going to get something honest, but something that is tailored to your book as much as possible, because we have a group of reviewers and we try to distribute books for review according to what we know of the individual preferences of the authors. So you're going to get something that we aim for positivity, but it's going to be honest, and that's why people know that they can trust Lorehaven reviews.
Awesome.
I must say that if anyone out there is begging for a sponsored review, which does allow us to go longer form into like more of a quarter page, half page, or even full page, one enterprising author bought a 2-page spread not too long ago. Thanks to him and other very encouraging folks, we've had to push out the sponsor reviews until our winter 2018 issue. But
that's a good problem to have.
But advertisements are open right now, and we've definitely found a lot of success with that.
Awesome.
Right, the longer the review goes, the greater depth we can get into, the more we can explore the story.
And the bigger we can show the cover, which of course looks awesome.
Awesome. I know you're going to get two of them, one from me and one from Josh Chan. So we're the
There we go then.
we're the
Absolutely.
guys on the podcast. So what about for readers? What's the best advantage for them?
For readers, you're going to find the books that you'll love. You'll be able to see at a glance from the book reviews the types of books that you'd enjoy, or that your child or someone you know would enjoy. We want to show what happens in the story. We want to show, is it made well? And then after the flash review itself, we want to show the little line that says, okay, here's some issues in the story, in case it is spiritually or otherwise triggering for you. Some content issues you may want to watch out for. These are not cuss word counting, and we're very careful because different readers have different
Absolutely.
maturity levels. One person's 12-year-old may be really mature. Another one may need some encouragement or to avoid that particular story at the time. And then the other one just shows the discerned content there that helps people to find out whether anything in the story is going to trip them up or whether they're spiritually strong enough to handle that kind of content.
Right. And the upshot is we want to be able to connect readers with the stories that they will enjoy the most. So you know yourself, you know your own preferences, and we're trying to, get into the story as much as possible so that you can identify, this sounds like something I would enjoy.
Right.
You know, who is the target audience for this? Who's most likely to enjoy it?
Or even if you liked X, you may like this story as well. Why? Articles, of course, also help readers to engage the different speculative fiction genres. We go a little more in-depth in those. We have two great columnists, Peter Franson and Marion Jacobs, who explore the concept of being a fan servant. That is a fan who's acting as a servant, serving Christ through their reading pursuits. Marion, in particular, talks to Christian parents who are wanting to explore these stories with their kids. And Peter, who runs the website ChristianGeekCentral.com, he writes in particular to Christian geeks. He is a geek at heart. He loves games. He loves superhero movies, all of that. And he really goes into like how you think and act and speak as a geek while following the biblical lifestyle.
Awesome.
It's good to talk. I gotta run.
See you, man. This is a working conference, people.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And so, Stephen, Lacey, thanks for your time. What's his name? He came up last.
That's Austin Gunnarsson.
Awesome,
yes.
awesome. Thank you for your
Purdue
time as well.
Chieftain.
Where can we find you online and all the social media places?
Subscribe for free at Lorehaven.com. It is subscription based, but the subscription is free. You then get a secret word delivered to your inbox and a link to download the latest issue and any back issues. Lorehaven.com also is linked with Speculative Faith, a daily web blog ministry that also explores fantasy for God's glory. Many great volunteers there and an archive of articles going back almost a decade now. We'll also have plenty of information and links available at Facebook, which is the Lorehaven magazine there. And you can also follow us on Twitter at Lorehaven.
We also have the Lorehaven book clubs on Facebook, which is only for subscribers. So in those, you get the authors who are featured in this issue going through a little bit more in depth on their stories throughout the weeks after each issue is released. So it's a lot of fun. You get a little bit more in depth on those.
Hear directly
Awesome.
from the authors.
Awesome. Well, Stephen and Lacey, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
RJ, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Godspeed.